Cole got a $6,000 raise. 3 months later, his savings had not moved a single dollar. He made more money. He knew he made more money. His bank account did not know it. The raise vanished into the same invisible architecture that swallowed everything before it. Forgotten subscriptions, daily drive-thrus, late-night Amazon orders because Tuesday felt long. Then Cole found a line in Proverbs that described his exact problem. Written 3,000 years before direct deposit existed, what Solomon prescribed was not a budget. It was a 3-stone morning system, 3 daily wealth habits practiced before the noise of the day reaches you. By the end of this video, you will have all 3, plus the math that shows why they make staying poor almost structurally impossible. Here is what most people miss about Solomon. He was not a philosopher in a library. 1 Kings chapter 10, verse 14, records that he received roughly 25 tons of gold every year. An empire worth hundreds of billions in today's dollars. Trade routes from Egypt to Arabia. Fleets. Diplomatique alliance. No spreadsheets. No apps. This man, running all of that by hand, still started every morning with rituals so precise that poverty could not survive inside his system. The framework behind those rituals is what I call Solomon's 3 stones. David, Solomon's father, defeated a giant with 5 stones from a stream. Solomon inherited that precision. He aimed 3 daily habits at the Goliath of poverty. Small enough to hold in one hand, powerful enough to restructure your financial architecture. But the first stone targets something no financial advisor talks about, and it has nothing to do with your bank account. Proverbs chapter 27,
26,
verses 23 and 24. Be sure you know the condition of your flocks. Give careful attention to your herds. For riches do not endure forever, and a crown is not secure for all generations. Solomon checked his numbers every morning. Not because he was anxious, because he understood that wealth without daily attention is wealth already leaving. Most Americans do the opposite. According to the National Financial Educators Council, the average person reviews their full financial picture fewer than 3 times per year, usually only after something has already gone wrong. Cole was the same way. 38, project manager in Nashville. Household income, $126,000. On paper, solid. In practice, $200 left in checking by the 27th of every month. He checked his accounts the way most people check the smoke detector, only when something was already burning. The first stone changed that 60 seconds every morning. 3 numbers. Checking balance. Total debt. Investment balance. No analysis. Just observation. Behavioral research from the University of Chicago shows that people who track financial data daily reduce impulsive spending by an average of 16% within the first month, not through willpower, through awareness.
at the window.
When you see your debt number at 7 in the morning, the drive-through at noon feels different. Cole started on a Tuesday. By the following Thursday, he had canceled 2 forgotten subscriptions, $47 a month. He had been paying for nothing. He saw the numbers that morning, and the cancellation became obvious. Solomon ran daily diagnostics on an empire. You can run yours in less time than it takes to brew coffee. Cole kept this up for 3 weeks. Then something happened on day 22 that surprised him more than the subscriptions. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 23. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Solomon guarded the gates of Jerusalem. Nothing entered or exited without inspection. The second stone applies that same, a mourning gate that separates intentional decisions from reactive ones. Intentional spending is planned. Reactive spending happens because of a feeling, stress, boredom, comparison. The Bureau of Labor Statistics Consumer Expenditure Survey shows the average American household spends roughly $72,000 annually. Financial behaviorists at Duke University estimate 40% of those decisions are made on autopilot. 40%. That means roughly $29,000 a year flows through a gate nobody is guarding. Cole's Day 22 realization was exactly this. He looked at yesterday's credit card transactions and found $31 spent on things he could not even remember buying. A gas station snack, an app upgrade, an impulse add-on at checkout, gone without a single conscious decision. The second stone adds one question to the morning ritual. Before you leave the house, ask, what spending decisions will I face today? And which am I choosing in advance, not a budget? Agate, Solomon never restricted what entered Jerusalem. He inspected it. Now consider this at a larger scale. A couple in their late 40s, sandwich generation, paying $22,000 a year for their daughter's tuition while covering $4,200 a month for a parent's assisted living. Retirement catch-up contributions have not started. Social Security projections show a gap of $1,100 a month if they retire at 67. Every reactive dollar they spend today is stolen from that gap. The gate is not optional for them. If you have ever looked at your bank statement and thought, where did it all go? Solomon wrote the second stone for exactly that moment. Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verses 1 and 2.
All right, bring it up.
Ship your grain across the sea. After many days, you may receive a return. Invest in 7 ventures. Yes, in 8. You do not know what disaster may come upon the land. Solomon did not save. He shipped. He sent resources outward in multiple directions because he understood that a closed fist cannot receive anything new. The third stone is the daily microtransfer. A small automatic amount moved every morning from checking to a separate account before spending has a chance to consume it. The Federal Reserve's 2022 survey of consumer finances found that the median American household holds roughly $8,000 in savings. The Fidelity Retirement Savings Assessment reports that 52% of households are at risk of not maintaining their current living standard in retirement. These are people earning solid incomes whose daily wealth habits capture nothing. $10 a day sounds too small to matter. It is $3,650 in a year. A monthly transfer of $300 feels like a hit. A daily transfer of $10 feels invisible. Same money, different psychology. Cole started at $7 a day because that was the number that felt painless. After 3 months, he raised it to 12. His checking barely changed, but his separate account had accumulated over $600, not earned through a side hustle, just captured through daily architecture. Solomon shipped grain across the sea. Cole shipped $7 across his banking app. The principle has not changed in 3,000 years. Only the vessel has. Proverbs chapter 21. Verse 5. The plans of the diligent lead to profit as surely as haste leads to poverty. Diligence is daily, not dramatic. That single verse is the operating system behind all three stones. Your morning starts with the stone of awareness. 60 seconds. 3 numbers. Then, the stone of the gate. 1 question. What spending will I face today? And which ones am I choosing now? Then, the stone of the seed. The daily transfer fires. Before you check email. Under 3 minutes total. 3 habits compounding in the same direction every single morning. Whether you feel motivated or not. Cole has been running this system for 11 months. His checking balance on the 27th went from $200 to over $900. His debt dropped by $4,000. His seed account crossed $5,000. He did not get another raise. He did not start a side hustle. He changed his morning architecture, and the architecture did the rest. Remember that $6,000 raise that disappeared? 11 months later, Cole found more than $6,000 without earning a single extra dollar. Here is your first stone. Tomorrow morning, before you check a single message, open your banking app and look at 3 numbers. Checking, debt, investments. Write them on a sticky note. Do it for 7 days. On day 8, add the gate. On day 15, add the seed. Solomon built an empire on this sequence. You can start with a sticky note. If someone you care about is earning enough but still running out every month, share this video with them. Sometimes the shift starts with seeing your own pattern described by someone who lived 3,000 years ago. Next video. Solomon's 4-vault treasury system. The ancient method of dividing income that makes a single bank account look dangerously outdated. Solomon did not keep all his gold in one room. Neither should you. Educational content only, not financial advice. We explore ancient texts as financial literature, not religious instruction. All investment illustrations are hypothetical. Actual returns vary. Consult a licensed financial professional for personal guidance.